Financial Expert by R K Narayan. Rasipuram Krishnanath Swami Iyer Narayana Swami, as an Indian writer known for his work set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. He was a leading author of Indian literature in English along with Mulk Raj Anand and Raja Rao. R K Narayan born in 10 December 1906 in Chennai. R K Narayan's awards are Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Filmfare Award for Best Story, and R K Narayan died in 13 May 2001 in Chennai. About the novel, The Financial Expert is a 1952 novel by R K Narayan. It takes place, as do many other novels and short stories by this author, in town of Malgudi. The novel was made into a film in Kannada language named Banker Margaya in 1983. This story revolves around the life of Margaya. The central character in this story is the financial expert Margaya, who is 42 years old. In Kannada language, Margaya means one who shows the way. Margaya offers advice to his fellow townspeople from under his position at the banyan tree beside the Central Cooperative Land Mortgage Bank. This story takes place in 1940. People who takes financial advice from him offers money to him. This is how Margaya earns money for his service and lead his life, his wife Meenakshi and spoiled child Balu. Margaya is a man of many aspirations, and this novel delves into some level of psychological analysis. The financial expert story tells the rise and fall of Margaya. Let's see the character in the novel. Margaya is the protagonist in the novel. Meenakshi, wife, and Balu is the son of Margaya. Dr. Pal, Margaya's friend, Arul Das, bank peon, Madan Lal, printer of the Gordon Printery from the north. Brinda is the wife of Balu. Plot of the novel. Novel consists of 5 parts. Let's see the opening of the novel. Part 1 deals with the Margaya activities under the banyan tree, his family life with wife and son. He wished to become rich. His visits to a priest encounter with Dr. Pal. Opening. The novel opens with explaining the strange way of acquiring a name Margaya. But the name is not given by the parents, instead, he acquired the name Margaya. Margaya spends most of his time under the banyan tree in front of the Central Cooperative Land Mortgage Bank in Malgudi. He gets his name by sitting under the banyan tree and giving the advice to the fellow villagers, but no one knew his name, and he himself forgot his original name and began to sign his name as Margaya even in legal documents. Margaya means one who shows the way. Part 1 starts with the Margaya sat under the banyan tree in front of the Bank of Central Cooperative Land Mortgage Bank. Bank was built in 1914. Margaya helped its shareholders of the bank to borrow loan from the bank at a small interest and give it to needy at a higher interest. the higher interest they used to get money from his service. The greatest assets in the life of Margaya were a bottle of ink, a pen, a blotter, a small register book, the red book, accountant book, and loan applications. People of Malgudi and surrounding villages looked at him as the financial wizard of Malgudi. His house is on Vinayaka Street, number 14. His father built this house. After his father's death, he and his brother were separated and divided everything between them. They raised a partition wall to divide the house into two, but they could not part the well because it was common for both the houses. Margaya and his brother were not in good terms. One of the Aruldas, the peon of the cooperative bank, come to Margaya and asked him to meet the secretary of the bank, but Margaya refused to meet. In return, he told Aruldas that he would not come to meet anyone, but he wanted to meet him. He could come to him. Aruldas reported his to this secretary. The secretary come to him and seized the loan applications from he had managed to get from the banker through its shareholders. They treated him with contempt and threatened to proceed against him. Margaya felt bad, so he bounded all his belongings and went towards home. Balu, his spoiled child, throws his account book containing all the entries of the transaction with the clients into the gutter, and it becomes impossible to Margaya to resume his old practice, red account book. On the way to his home, Margaya meets the priest of the temple, who is coming from a bungalow in lovely extension. He shows his horoscope to the priest and and is assured that the good times will be come for him if he offers puja to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. The puja is done for 40 days with ash from a red lotus and a ghee made of a milk from grey cow. Margaya meets Dr. Pal for the first time at the ruined temple pond while he wants to pluck lotus from the pond. Dr. Pal is total opposite of Margaya. He is antagonist of the novel. Dr. Pal gives him a red lotus from the forest pond and Margaya feels overwhelmed with gratitude. Dr. Pals takes Margaya with him. They talk to each other. Dr. Pal shows a book to Margaya which he has written himself. At the end of the meeting, a friendship develops between the two, between them. Bedlife, he has written his sociology book to improve married couples' sex lives. He was a very knowledgeable and works as a journalist, who is Dr. Pal.